All right, y'all. Thank you, everyone that's joining. I appreciate everyone that's coming in. If you hear on the replay, come and replay because I do. Oh, let me hit that button. All these different buttons I gotta press, y'all. Moving my hands is ashy. Um, and I am weird like this. I have two. Uh, I like to put two lotions on at once. Listen, that's just my prerogative. That's how I do. That's what I do. So y'all, I am late. I do apologize for coming in late. I had another meeting that went over, and I just had to leave that thing because I was like, you know what, I have to. Um, it's just been like I've been double booking myself or something. I don't know because even yesterday I had a meeting and then I had a presentation and I was like, oh my gosh, I got multiple things going on. So that's why normally I go live every Wednesday, y'all. For every anyone that's new here, I go live every Wednesday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. I come on here, I talk about um, different topics. I help, if you're on my page, I do help women going through rebuild, who has went through divorce, who just pretty much have went through a life setback. I help you rebuild your life, restore your life. I have over 20 years in the financial industry, and I am a two-time divorce survivor. Okay, and I did say that right, survivor. Cause listen, that last one almost tried to take me out, and the devil is a lie. Cause I'm still here, and no, it ain't happening. But I just want to just make that quick disclaimer. And I come on here and talk about we might I love the Lord, so we might be talking about do some Bible studies some nights, some days. Some days I'll be talking about just um, different topics too that women that have went through divorce or a life setback has experienced, and I give you actionable steps that that can help you move forward. Also, I am having a workshop where I go in deeper, in depth, and show you guys how. Thank you, everyone that's joining, and show you basically how to rebuild and how to heal the correct way, because it's so much going on these internet streets. A lot of people is giving so many misguided information. At first, I wasn't going to come out here on these internetable streets, but the Lord told me to come out here and share my testimony and to help others break free from whatever situation that they might be in, where it's a bad marriage, because it's a lot of people, especially over here on this TT streets, that would tell you that you can't leave a marriage because God hate divorce. That is correct. However, God, it's people just throw that scripture out of context so bad, and I can't stand it because it also says what God put together, and a lot of people are putting their own marriages together. I know I did it twice, so that's how I can. I come with real experience, not these people, and I'm going to be talking about it more over there on the YouTube page, because it's so many of these so-called relationship gurus out here giving information, giving advice, and all this, and never been married. Don't even know how to be married. Probably don't even know how to spell wife. Just kidding, but I hope they know how to spell wife. But it's just like, how can you properly instruct people of what to do when you don't even know what to do? You know, first, case in point, the first chick that got busted out, and I hate, and my platform is about building up women, because I do women winning Wednesdays every Wednesday, because I love to help women um, spotlight their businesses and everything like that. But I'm not telling, these women are leading other women to destruction, and they gotta be stopped. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Oh, they have to be stopped, because you telling people, oh, they should, what they should. I hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry, but I just don't want I just don't want women to be led astray, because you have some women out here that will tell you being a wife is about how the man, uh, what kind of house he live in. This craziness. I'm going through my second divorce now, and I'm beginning to believe real love doesn't. Hi, sis. Thank you so much for coming in. Colin 7777 over here on IG. Listen, I rebuke that, because listen, it's love. Real love do exist, but let me tell you, real love first is within us, and it's with God. That's number one. I I went through my second divorce, and I had to, God walked me through that thing, because I have been single. Um, I have been single by choice for over 2.5 years now, because I thought the same thing, sis. I thought the same thing. And one of my friends even told me I was low key men bashing when I first came out here on these internet over streets. But I don't want no woman to feel that way, because it is true love out there. However, um hey, thank you for coming in, sis. Thank you so much. But we have picked our own spouses for the most part, because I know I have. I did that thing wrong twice, y'all. I did it. Now that second one snuck up on me. It wasn't supposed to be a second one. It wasn't supposed to be a second one. But that, when people play on your emotions and stuff like that, then But what I would do, sis, I would just. Oh, thank you so much for the gift, sis. Thank you. No, do I have a? How you been? Thank you for your heart meat as well. So, what I would do, I would sit with God, and I will. You have to get in His presence, because that's why when I do my workshops or my lives, I always go back to that, because I ran back to God after that second one. Um, Thank you. I ran back to God, because baby, that second divorce, that second marriage, that second baby, he was trying to take me up out of here. You understand me? So I would thank you so much for all the gifts, sis. He was trying to take me up out of here, but I said the devil is a lie, because I'm still smiling, and no weapon formed um will prosper. Okay, the weapon may form, but it will not prosper. Okay, and I ran back to God, because I know I was, and I say this a lot, I was a lukewarm Christian. A lot of us, we are, um, we talking the talk, but not walking the walk, if you will, because it's a lot that comes to when we are getting closer to God, and when God actually send us um, our person. And let me tell y'all something too. And sis over here on IG, I know you said you had you um, went through your second one now. Listen, I won't even be. I'm not. I told God after that second one, I was like, Lord, I'm not. I ain't getting married no more. That's not for me. And the Lord rebuked me and told me. He said, I made you a wife because the qualities, when you have those qualities in you, um, they are in you because God put those in you. Everybody, every woman is not a wife. And I say that with my husband because, like I said earlier, these women out here, and not so much the men, it's the men out here to be, it's kind of on. But I'm mostly talking about the women that are out here trying to steer other women and tell them how to be a wife and all this and that, and they don't even know the, they never been a wife. That's all I can say. They've never been a wife. So how you can tell people, and then they have that in their head that, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how no. Case in point, the first lady was the Dr. Brian lady. And like I said before, I don't like to tear women down because this is, I love to build women up. But, some of these women is leading people astray, leaving other women astray. And then the most recent is the Kendra G lady. Y'all, let me tell you something. When it comes down to being a wife, it's certain sacrifices that you do. It's certain, um, it's not all about uh, what the man brings to the table. Because us as women, as a wife, the Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord." So we have to be the good thing. We are the prize. However, we have to bring things to the table as well. And you know, if you are, and let me tell you too, because it's not just about if you're a successful woman. And I get this with all my successful women because, listen, I get it. You worked hard, you bust your butt to get where you are. You making well for yourself. Maybe you may be making six figures or whatever, seven figures, however. Cool. But when you are a wife, that does not, that's so hard. Uh-huh. When you are a wife, you don't leave with money. Because number one, the man is the provider and the man is the head. Okay? I know, trust me, I know women that are in marriages now that make more than their husbands. However, I was too. I was that too. You know, my first husband, I made more than him. However, that did not mean I was over him. And a lot of women, oh, he like that Kendra G lady. She just how some. I'm gonna respond to that on my you on too. So make sure y'all are watching it because we don't leave with the money. And I'm gonna go back and say I know women now too that make more than their husbands. However, the husband is still the head. If you are living in the Christian way, and that's the only way that I'm going into marriage, the Christian way, the Christian household. And if you are doing it that way, the man is the head. We have to submit to the man. However, you got to make sure that that man was sent to you by God. You could tell by their fruit. Listen, oh gosh, sorry, but I can say that because God has revealed to me both of my times where, thank y'all everyone that's joining over here, both of the times that I was not I was not in a alignment with him. And but I one key thing, and that's why I say it's God put these qualities as a wife in you. I did not lead with money. I made more money, you know, than especially my last husband. You know, we wasn't even on the same board or whatever. Like I say, that don't count. That one slipped in. But anyway, I did not lead with money. You cannot lead with money. Your husband is still your head. If y'all got a problem with that, take it up with God. Read it in the Bible. You have to submit to your husband, and that's why I know everybody ain't ready. Everybody can't be part of purposely rebuilt women's community because y'all not ready for this real talk. Because I'm gonna talk to you real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it. We take accountability and all of that over here. We take accountability for our actions and all that. So we have to make sure that, hey sis, thank you for coming in. Thank you for your heart meat. We have to make sure we are um, leading with grace, not just with our wallet. Because, you know, kicking back to the thing that the chick Kendra G said, she was like, oh yeah, I make such and such amount of money, and this man, the man gotta come with this and come with that, and he can't do this and that. If he can't, and it's just like, and y'all, I just have to, I'm gonna have to really, I don't want to really speak on that until I put it on my tube because I gotta really dissect it and say the right words because, like I say again, I don't want to tear down other women, but I want to lead women the right way because it don't lead with your wallet. That's all I'm trying to say. If you're a successful woman, bravo, you done made what you done made. Don't allow a man to bring you down. Of course, that's why you have to be selective of who you have as a husband. But do not, do not do not use that to, what you call it, emasculate a man or demasculate a man. You know that word. Don't do that because you're gonna always, you're gonna find yourself single and alone. You know what I'm saying? Um, and we don't do that over here. We want to take accountability for our actions. We want to lead with grace. We not doing any of that over here. So, and a lot of people be on this internet and they be loud and wrong, loud and wrong. Yes, sis, we gotta lead with love. We have to lead with love. That's why even to a lot of these people that are not overly righteous, they leading people from the faith because they want to like condemn people. Baby, I don't care um what you do. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna treat you like a brother or sister in Christ. And I'm gonna pray that whatever you doing, I don't care if you just came from slinging on the pole. Hey, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna love you, and I'm not gonna speak down on you because of what you're doing. I just pray that God don't keep you. You are able to come out of whatever sin that you are in or whatever before it's too late because He gives us all grace. And I don't, me myself and I don't like them um I don't like those uh overly righteous people myself. Because even in the word it says you better off putting a millstone around your neck if you steer my children away from me. And a lot of them are steering people away from God because I was on a live the other day, and this young lady was talking. She just go live and just talk about different like stories and stuff like that. And she talked about, um, she was just talking about some guy, like she was talking about different relationships she was in, and then somebody made the comment like, "Oh yeah, God won't allow, wouldn't bring that to you. God wouldn't allow that." And she was like, "Wait a minute, yeah, he won't." He said, then she was like, "Wait a minute, don't come over here with all that, because some of y'all Christian people are the most um, evil's, wicked people." And I just was like, wow. That's how she feel about Christian people. And I seen somebody else, she was an attorney giving, like a family law attorney, and she was giving them advice about, family law and stuff like that, different things, because, when you going through a divorce, you have to go through the family law court, you know. And she I think she was out of Austin, Texas. But she was saying the most, she was giving like examples of the worst men that she have came across in her time as being a practicing family law attorney. And lo and behold, she one of those worst ones was a Christian man. She did some the most easy, evilest, nastiest. I said, my word, like people is thinking this bad of Christians, and it's simply because of all those Pharisees. And if y'all don't know what Pharisees are, in the Bible, the Pharisees are what God says. Uh, okay, wait a minute. Well, I guess I can. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, I'm over here trying to multitask. But those Pharisees, um, those Pharisees are religious people that uh, they just, okay, there we go. They feel like they are so holy endowed, and everybody else, yeah, definitely giving us a bad rap. Because they feel like they so holy endowed, and they look down on people. And even over here on TT, it's bad. It's one man that, like, he go live a lot and just you know talk about people. That's the one of the ones I seen was talking about, you can't be divorced, you can't get a divorce, you can't, even if you get in courtship with a person, you cannot not do it and not go through it, because I said, dude, who is you? I'm like, these people. That's why it's so important to read your Bible yourself. Don't listen to these people. I even tell people, if I tell you something, take it back to God, because nobody can tell me anything that I'm not gonna take back to God. I'm gonna say thank you for whatever it might be. Is okay. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. However, I'm taking this back to God. And please don't come on here telling me that, oh, you ain't supposed to do this. You ain't. God know how to convict me. I have a personal, intimate relationship with God. If I do something wrong that is not pleasing to Him, trust me, He know how to convict me. That is what I have been doing this whole 2.5 years, is of me in my rebuilding season. I have that relationship is strong. Okay, God knows if how to convict me. If I do something out of line that He doesn't approve of, trust me, He's talking to me. Mhm. Mhm. He is. And I tell, that's one thing too that my old pastor um, always taught us. That's one thing that I learned a lot while I was in at my old church. I learned how to, how to serve in ministry. I learned, about the, I learned biblical principles and stuff like that. Even though I wasn't, in my Bible like I should, or practicing the word like I should have been. But anyway, um, he used to always tell us, don't do not let somebody come to you and tell you that God told me to tell you this. Because 9 times out of 10, he always told us that. Because God, and I know this for myself, God will always come to you first. We are all his children. He will come to you first. And if somebody else come to you and tell you something, that would just be confirmation, because God do send people to confirm what he has already placed in your heart. And people that are in the deepest, I guess, of sin, if you will, they they will too be touched by God, because God can touch anybody. We are his children, except the ones that, that's already went on that other side. Because a lot of people out here, y'all see people getting blessed and all this and that, and y'all think, oh yeah, God is blessing them. Baby, no. Some of these people, the devil blesses his children too. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna go deep into that tonight, but I would say that he he blesses you too, but you are, listen, you are giving up a lot to be, um yeah. Anyway, I might about to go and ooh, those evil spirits, let me tell you. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back on topic. But y'all, one thing that I know that we, um as women, we have to take accountability for our actions, and a lot of us, we don't want to, or like, because so many people is listening to this misinformation, it's causing a lot of delusion, a lot of delulus out here, a lot of delulus. Okay, and it's sad because if we have that type of stuff going on with all of this delusion, and women that are being led astray by some of these um, women that never been married themselves, and yes, this is very sad. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out how to talk about it. Like, this is bad, you know. But they they develop a not a sense of awareness or accountability or anything. Like, it's just like they feel like that way and their way is the right way, and not even, you know, taking someone else's uh, point of view or opinion into place. And that's a one thing about it. If you really truly want to be a wife, you have to, if you know something, and this is the thing, y'all, let me tell y'all something. And why is really noticed? Like, you have to, even if you know something, you have to take in, take a step back. Say, and I heard somebody say this, and I was like, they head on, because even if you know a thing, like say for instance, if you have been a certain place before or whatever or what have you, and you know your husband is is driving or whatever and da da da, and you know where you're going, and then he got the GPS on, and maybe it's going the wrong way. I don't know, or maybe he know he has been there before, and he feel like, oh, I remember how to get there. And some women, we have to lead with love and grace, right? You be like, okay, honey, you know, at you know at Market Street, you gotta get off at Market Street because the place is over there, or whatever. Oh no, no, and he probably like, no, no, it's on such and such. I already know where it's at. Da 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 da. And for you to not be going back and forth, and a lot of people probably gonna be like, why would we gotta do that? Listen, take notes, okay? You be like, okay, all right, and then you just let him lead. You let him be the man. If he say no, he don't want to take your um and this is just something simple. It's other things too that I can get in deeper, where you do know, and it's certain ways how you have to approach a man when you are, really knowledgeable about something. But y'all, to keep from having an argument and going back and forth and doing all of this and that, let that man make that decision, make that choice. And if y'all go farther than what y'all supposed to go, then he will realize that, like, oh shoot, you know, because that is all a part of just keeping like the peace. And a lot of women will say, well, so we supposed to not do this and that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sis, y'all are not getting the point. Y'all are not. Them ones are not getting the point. The point is, you have to let the man be the man. I know a lot of people probably don't. A lot of women now probably like, so we gotta dumb ourselves down and da 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 da. That's your problem there. That's why you're gonna stay single. I'm sorry, but it's so true, y'all. We just have to. Sis, it's just like, pick your battles. That's all I'm saying. Pick your battles. Okay. And if he goes longer run, just baby, just enjoy the scenery, honey. Play on your phone. Let him do what he doing. Okay? Let him do him, and you be like, and don't be boastful either. Once he realized, oh man, you was right, da 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 da. Don't be like, oh, I told you I was right. And you just like, yes, darling. Okay. So these new age women don't even know how to just be graceful, because they being led by these women, like, led this advice, being fed, not led, but leading through, but being fed this bad advice on social media. And you can come Um, people be like, oh, she trying to be a pick me up. She trying to be all this old new age stuff. Baby, no, honey, I know how to be a wife. God has listen, and it's other certain things that I bring to the table as well. Because if truth be told, both of my spouse, my husband, left me better than what they came. Because it's about elevation. Once you get a help me, yes, yes, sis, you just have to take a seat back and let things play out how they need to be play out. A lot of these women that's being fed by social media don't understand the true essence of being graceful and being a wife. That's why I always say it's different. It's a difference between being being a woman and a wife because it's not the same. It's not the same. Just because you're a woman does not make you a wife. Okay. So I just, and I feel sorry for that because a lot of our newer generations are coming up with all of the social media because listen, I was born in the 1900s. We didn't have social media and we didn't have people influencing us like this. We still was able to, watch the things that around us, like, watch how our mom or how our aunties or how our granny, whatever, how they were when it came down to, being a wife and all that stuff. Really, what are you trying to do? You trying to come on here on my live? Let me see what you do. What are you trying to do? I think I accepted it. I'm not sure. I hope that ain't ready because, oh yeah, let me see. No, I'm not married anymore. I was married. I was. Um, so I just, I seen from, you know, from my mom, and I love my mom to life. But I seen from my mom the things that I wasn't gonna do in my marriage. Then I got some from my granny. I seen how she was, cause my granny, my papa was together for 60 years before she went on. Uh, you know, and then um, my auntie. Well, yeah, I would say, come on. But we have to. A lot of misadvice is given out here, and you really, really, really have to know how to be a wife before you can speak about, you know, being a wife or, anybody can just, if you want to just be out here dating and doing whatever the case may be, whatever, float your boat, do what you do. But for women that really wanting to be a wife, there's certain qualities that you have to have, and you know one of those is we have to we have to be submissive. A lot of women don't like hearing that word either, but it's true. Man, you have to be careful too about, and that's, you got to make sure you are going to God and praying about your spouse, Trust me, like I said, I did it twice the wrong way, but my marriages lasted, a long time because I knew how to be a wife. Some people out here that they can't even get past the first few years. They can't get past the first few years. I've been, like I tell people, collectively been with my husband's for 20 years of my life. That was pretty much my whole adult life, So, mm, okay. But like I say, we just have to be. If you are in doing it the way that the Bible says the man is the head. Your husband is supposed to submit to God and you submit to him. Look, read Ephesians 5 if you want any clarification on that. I'm not, I'm not going back and forth. People, you just have to, if you, and that's the thing. Some women are hard headed and don't want to heed to, you know, understanding and knowledge when it comes down to what you have to do in order to be, you know, if you want to be married. If you feel like, a man has to do certain things, you got to question yourself for who you marrying. If you don't trust that man to make the decisions that need to be made, you don't need to be married to him. And I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't like when women try to be in a man's place. Thank you, sis, for the heart meat. Thank you so much. We can't be in a man's place. Yes, we do have to be wise of who we submit to. That's why I say we have to be wise of who you marry. Because if you don't trust that man, why you marry him? If you don't trust him, why you marry him, sis? Why? Because if it is um a factor that you don't, because trust me, and I put myself, I did both. I tell example of both instances. When my first husband, he was a he was a leader, and he I don't talk about my first husband much because I wasn't led to talk about him much. But my first husband was a leader, and I was submissive. I was submissive to both. However, the second one I wasn't so much. Um, I was submissive, but I did like um not I had I was submissive, but I had to lead and I was put in a position. That's why I didn't do that right because I wasn't supposed to be in that position. But I made that decision to marry him and you know led that situation to where it was. And but at the same time I still, and I don't know if y'all can understand that, but I still know how to be submissive, but I was put in the wrong spot. And that's was solely because I did not, in either one of my marriages, that I did not go to God for either one of them. Just to be honest, okay. The first one, I was, you know, 18 when I met my first husband. I was young. I didn't know, what I wanted. I just know I wanted him, okay. I didn't know to go to God. you know. Um, but in the position to take the lead, but still, thank you, sis. And you have, I'm glad you're on here, sis. Thank you for coming because I know you know what I'm talking about when it comes down. Because I had someone just say that the man's supposed to be submissive too. And I seen your comment, sis. And that's why I kind of talked around it a little bit. However, the we being submissive, the man, you said the man is supposed to submit, but and that's why I said you have to read um, the order of the Christian household. Hey, Relic, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the heart me. The order is, hey, we supposed to submit. He, the husband is supposed to submit to God, and we submit to our husband. Now, if your husband is not submitting to God, and that's another thing, I know that because that's what happened to me. Okay, okay. So, but in the same token, I know how to be a wife, so I it was already in me to be to submit, to be submissive. You know, even though in that last one I had to, be in the driver's seat and lead a little bit, like I say, in a place that I wasn't supposed to be. Okay, we supposed to help. We are definitely help meets. We have to be. We have to help our spouse. Yes, definitely. What invite? I did. I accepted. What invite? What are you talking about? But y'all, I just, I just want to not. I'm gonna talk more in depth about this on YouTube because it's a lot of women out here that is stirring women in the wrong direction. And sis, if you ever want to be a wife, you cannot listen to women like that Brian lady or that Kendra G lady, um, because listen, they never been married. Why y'all talk? Why y'all taking advice from these people? They never been married. I don't get it. You don't know how to be a wife. You don't know how to the sacrifices that it takes to be a wife. You don't know. You just leading with your wallet. Oh, I make such and such amount of money. Da 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 da. And he gotta do this and he gotta do that and that. It's just like, and like I said again, I know women now that are married, and I was one of them, and their husbands they make more than their husbands, but they know the order of marriage. And one couple I know, uh, the man, she might make more than her husband, but her husband still pay all the bills, and her money just go in their savings account. And they invest to do things or whatever that needs to be done. And that's like, and she respects her husband to do the things that need to be done. She was asking just for a bill to be placed in her name, and he was like, "No, for what? Why you need a bill in your name? You don't need a bill in your name, because you ain't gonna pay it. I'm not letting you pay your bills." So it's just like, yeah, it's like people don't understand the marriage. Yeah, they don't understand. And oh man, Proverbs, Kelly says They don't understand. I remember you and what's that? The other lady name y'all was showing women how to what it takes to be a wife. Cause it's just we got so many people out here being led astray, getting led astray. Yeah, her credit cards, yeah, it's in her name, but like a bill and stuff like that, no. Like a utility bills and all of that, but yeah, her credit cards and like to get like to show proof of address. Of course, she has that, because she do have her own credit cards in her name, but um, like utility bills and stuff like that, all of those bills are in her husband's name. And I hate, like I say, if he paying all the bills, it's back to that pick your battles. And it's a part, I'm gonna do a reaction to this too. It was a lady on Tonight Conversations. She said the same thing. She said that her husband, he takes care of the house. He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He do stuff with the kids, but he's not ambitious. And she feel like she want to leave him. And it's like, what? It's Baby, the marriage is going to hell in a handbasket. But what places though? I'm just saying it's like what places they have a house in their name. They paying a mortgage. Yeah, she needs to sit down. Like they are paying a mortgage. They in their own home. All the bills is in his name. So the thing is, it's like, but she let it go. She didn't worry about it no more. She just like, oh well, whatever. But my thing is, there's certain things women, just like you said, you seen that says certain things women make a big deal about that it shouldn't be a big deal. Pick your battles. And and this is not a women bashing or anything like that. I just want my sisters to be right. Pick your battles yes, sis, pick your battles wisely. It don't have to be, you don't have to fight about everything. Of course y'all gonna have disagreement. Of course things gonna come up. But just like I said in that previous, if y'all driving in a car and um where he going the wrong way, and you bring it to his attention, like, hey babe, you going the wrong way. We supposed to exit Market Street. Oh no, I know how to do this. Okay, let him lead. Let him be the man. Don't go back and forth. What for? Why you got? I got. That's no. That's giving all this internet, social media crap. You just be politely just be like, okay, babe. Well, maybe you know another way, or I just don't say anything. Just like, okay, babe. You just enjoy the scenery, honey. And then once he realized he done went the wrong way, then that man know. You ain't gotta be. See, I told you you shouldn't be da 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 da. it, ah, Lord have mercy. So social media is good, and it has it's good parts, but maybe it has its bad too. Cause I'm like, oh, cause some of the stuff I see, woo child, is all I can say. Woo child, people are not, not. Yeah, but um. And another person over here on IG was saying, "What's so hard about reciprocating?" I don't know what she meant by reciprocating. What are you still over here? Because we can reciprocate. Like I don't understand. Because at the point, um, it is supposed to. It is give and take. We it's um we are supposed to be we are supposed to be it's a partnership. Marriage is a partnership, okay? But the way that um it's being portrayed on these internetable social media streets. Oh, um thank you, sis. But hope you feel better. Um but I am just saying a lot of women they don't like to hear the truth of yes sis. I'm praying for you. Um a lot of women don't like to hear the truth. And it's sad, and it's just because they've been fed a lot of garbage on these social media streets because they are listening um, to women that has never been married and cannot tell them, uh, stir them in the right way. And of course, people are be like, "Well, what made you?" Because somebody asked me, "What am I married?" Yeah, I was married. I was married twice. Mhm. Because a lot of people try to uh, feel like you don't know what you're talking about because you're not married now or whatever. But no, absolutely not. Because I was a good wife to both of them. The first one will tell you. The second one, he's still butthurt, so he ain't gonna say. he, even I did a whole lot more for him than I did my first one. But anyway, we ain't talking about that tonight. We ain't talking about that tonight. But I just want women. I'm gonna be talking about this more in depth on YouTube and giving some reactions to some of these things and giving some commentary on it because it's very important that women hear it from real women that actually um, know how to be wives and have been married, not these uh, social media, internet stores that want to be wannabes. I don't care how much following you have, honey. You don't have, and that, y'all, that be the thing. People think that people know what they talking about just because they got a lot of followers. Baby, no, absolutely not. You don't know what you're talking about. You just somehow got a lot of followers. Right, sis? You just somehow got a lot of followers. A lot of, and some of them you might have probably bots and you the bout. Ain't no telling. Oh, you got kicked out, sis? How? Yes, followers mean nothing. followers don't even, in most of these cases, a lot of these influence followers don't even mean money. Cause it's like, yeah, you got a lot of followers, but what they gonna do? Yes, it's and don't mean you know what you talking about. Don't mean you know what you doing. You just somehow probably went viral and know how to get people to click the follow button. I don't I don't know if that's a skill or a curse. I don't know. Cause because if it ain't bringing you no money, honey, that's what is it? What is it doing for you? Just like a like the some decoration or something. That's it. That's it. Oh my goodness, y'all! I just went all over the place tonight. I'm just out here talking because I just see so many people that, and especially like you know our women, and sadly our young women are being led astray because of the fact that um, they listen to all of this bad garbage on these social media streets. It's sad, but true. It's so sad. But I just pray that they that God will just not allow this to crash and burn because this I just don't see what it's not if it continue to be headed this way. I don't see it ending well at all. Just like people attention spans is not what it used to be. Like the attention spans are just next to zero now. Like people want stuff fast. If you ain't getting to the point and all that, they just swap, swap, swap. It's like, thank you. We definitely have to quiet the noise. And that's the thing that most of the time when you healing and rebuilding, God, if you rebuilding with Him, He will have make a way for you to quiet the noise. He will quiet the noise. Oops, hold on, y'all. I got the puzzle over here. He will quiet the noise for you. Like God had to prune everything pretty much from around me, so I can get in in the secret place in the stillness of Him. Because if you don't get in that stillness, because even His words say, "Be still and know that I'm God." Because God can do any and everything. What is impossible to us is not impossible to Him. And it's a lot of people that is listening to all of this noise, and they are not choosing wisely. They're being misguided, and it's a sad thing to see. Because right now I'm dealing with a situation where you know they don't see, they don't take accountability for what their action was, but they want the other person to take accountability for theirs. And it's like, but you don't see your wrong in it. And it's sad to it's a sad thing to see because you know it's we hear about all the we have to have boundaries. We have to you know, have show people how to treat us for sure, for sure, for sure. But we also have to, if we do something wrong, we we have to be accountable of our choices and our decisions. That's why I tell anybody, yes, I was married twice, but that was my choice. I did that, and that's why they're no more because that wasn't of God. That was my choice, and the things that happened in those marriages, the part of me that I did, I have to take accountability for that as well. And a lot of people don't. They don't want to take accountability for their actions in the situation, which is sad. But that's the type of world we're coming to now with this social media society, if you will. I don't even know how else to put it, but yeah, that's all I wanted to come on here and talk about. I just been on here just kind of, you know, talking, chatting. But if y'all not subscribed to my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm starting to post more videos over there. I already have a series over there that I've started. It's a 5-part series, and I have uploaded 3 videos of that 5-part series already. And they're just different little clips and stuff like that. So, but I will be also doing the reaction videos to these women that's not um, just trying to give these fake relationship gurus and giving my commentary on it because listen. Mm-mm. These people gotta be stopped. Gotta be stopped. Oh my goodness. But y'all, I am going to that's a new guru. It is. It's a new guru every day. And some of them I talk about the women a lot, but it's some men out here too that like it's like kind of how remember that dude Derek Jackson, right? Remember he was the big relationship guru, telling all the women how a man's supposed to treat you, this and this and that. Cause it's a man over here on TT like that, and it's like he the whole time he wasn't treating his wife right. We didn't even know the man was married. Number one, and it's like you out here giving us all this relationship advice and you ain't even treating right the your wife that you have. You ain't treating her with decency and respect, and you out here trying to tell, and then you messing around sleeping with some of your fans or followers or whatever. It's like, and man, girl, whole wife he was hiding. Whole wife he was hiding. Nobody would never knew the doggone man was married. And he always but I found it kind of fishy because it's like seemed like he was always talking in his truck. And myself, I'm very inquisitive, honey. My mom used to call me and say, "You nosy," but I'm inquisitive. Okay, that's how I didn't learn so much stuff because I'm very inquisitive. And I always just like, yeah, he talking a good game. He talking good, but why he ain't never in his house? What he hiding? Hmm. I always thought about that. Always. You the same way. I'm like, what is he hiding? Why we don't never see you chilling in your house? Every time I'm coming on live, I'm in my house. I'm at home. I'm in my office. I ain't had nothing. Like what do you mean? And this one man over here, he always he be leaving having videos and he be at work. It's like, and he telling the women about men and all this and that and like how, yeah, how men think and all this sort of stuff. And I don't know, I just, yeah, my discernment be so high now these days. That would have got me like, oh yeah, he giving us this, but baby, just like I thought about old Mr. Jackson, old Derek Jackson, Jackson if you nasty. I had to do it, you know. Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson if you nasty. You know I got to. Y'all know I'm goofy, y'all. I listen. The Lord knows I'm just his goofy kid, his goofy daughter that like to laugh. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on here. I just wanted to come in here, just talk and give my little commentary. Also, I am doing another workshop. This one is it's in a little more improved because I'm learning. I'm getting some more information on some other stuff. So I'm gonna be talking about that too, and my upcoming posts and all that good stuff. So, oh y'all, I am gonna let y'all go because I've been over here. I'm scared. Over here over an hour now, and I'm a little tired because I went outside today and it was hot. Oh my gosh, it was hot, and I was like, oh, if I didn't have to get my sunglasses from this place I was at brunch, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even be out here. But here we are, and it was hot. Okay. But thank y'all so much for coming in. I thank y'all for all the likes um, and all the comments. I really appreciate y'all and all the gifts and everything. So I am going to. I love you too, sis. I love you too. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much.